Okay, I think hopefully we're live now again for the umpteenth time. Again, ha ha. It's all
Uh,
on me. I know it's 7:34. It's okay. We're in the 7 o'clock hour anyway.
yes,
Again,
we are.
yes, we're close. We're close. Again, we are your lovely travel ambassadors, Miss Leneva Head, and I'm Rhonda House, and this is Trippin' on Travel Tuesday. We didn't see y'all last week because we was hanging out with that fine brother, Akeem.
Akeem Ali.
Oh, all that chocolate, just, Lord. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm sure he'll be happy to know.
Ooh, and that
We got you
wordplay, Lord have
spooning.
mercy. I was like, all right, young man, all right. But anyway, um,
That was a good concert.
yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was awesome. So yes, last week we were at the Keem Ali concert, so we did not do Tripping on Travel Tuesday, but here we are. We're here tonight. Um, and tonight we're going to talk about what's going on in the world of travel, and then we're going to especially be concentrating on cruises. Let me give y'all one tip of advice. When you are planning on going on a cruise ship or you're going to an all-inclusive resort, again, I recommend that you join the Facebook group for that resort, for that cruise ship, and you can go for that particular cruise too. Sometimes there'll be a particular Facebook page. That way, you can stay in the know with and be able to talk to other people who are going to be on that cruise. So just do that. Just Google, just go into Facebook and in the search bar, search for whichever resort or whichever cruise ship you're going to be on, and join that Facebook page. And because it may come in handy too. Let's say you accidentally forget something, like you're in
Mhm.
room, 5105, and you forget something. A lot of times I've seen people reach out to that Facebook group and be like, hey, it's because the next people that'll come on, they're in a lot of times in the Facebook group. So they'll be like, hey, somebody left this, in room 5105. Do you know who it is? That'll help you to be able to get in touch with people. I know a lot of times at the all-inclusive resorts, you may buy a full-size bottle of bug repellent or suntan lotion, or you've brought along a bunch of floaties for the pool, and you don't want to pack that. A lot of times people will put, okay, I'm in room 5105. We're going to set all these things outside the room. If you want to come get them, if you want to use them, just trying not to create a whole lot of waste. So that's my tip for the day is join the Facebook group for the resort and or the cruise ship that you are going to be going on. All right, take it away, Laniva.
Hey, okay, so I have all kinds of things to share. Some funny things, some interesting things, some very helpful things. But I would like to start with Band for Life.
Oh, it's not funny, but yes, it is. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Band for Life.
Amen and amen.
Okay, so the story goes, and I've seen the social media post. You are not supposed to bring alcohol on board the cruise ship. You're just not.
That's so true.
And there may be, they will allow, I think, one 15-ounce wine,
Mm-hmm.
unopened, corked.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to pay them a fee to uncork it for you.
Right.
So this brilliant individual decided, and I'm gonna tell you now, don't be brilliant. So this is not even gonna be a do as I say, not as I do moment, because I
Because I don't do that.
an
Amen.
example, and I don't do that because I don't like to get in trouble. This wonderful lady decided to smuggle alcohol onto the Carnival cruise ship and got on there, and her companion decided to make a video, unzipped the luggage, took the bottles out. They had like these little tampon box, and then inside it looks like tampons, but they're not. This and that,
Mm-hmm.
and all the equipment supplies that they used to smuggle alcohol onto the ship. And then they put, we actually got away with it. We smuggled alcohol. Tee hee hee.
Mm-hmm.
This was an influencer already. So, of course, her video went viral, but it went viral and Carnival found it.
Mm-hmm.
So, she got a nice letter, a formal letter telling her she is banned from the Carnival Cruise Line for life.
For life.
Cannot come back on any of their ships. Of course, then she bragged that it was she just go Royal or MSC, and so hopefully they saw that same video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Oh,
wishing anything bad on anybody, but huh?
at first she tried to say, "Oh no, it was just a gag. It was just a gag. I didn't really do it." Then when they said, "No, we still not gonna let you on," that's when she want to flip to the other,
Yeah,
to the other lines.
yeah, because she did. She's like, well, they're gonna ban me for doing something I didn't even do. It was apple juice,
Come on, lady. Come on.
ma'am. Except that you put alcohol in your description, in your caption on your social media post. We know
Mm-hmm.
what you did.
Mm-hmm.
We know what you did.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna snitch on yourself though? Like,
I just don't understand this generation. I know we're Gen X.
yeah,
We're Gen X. But look. If you didn't see the Polaroids, it never happened. You understand what I'm saying? If you didn't see the
mhm.
Polaroids, it never happened. That's our generation. But this generation like to go on here, boy, they be chasing that clout and tell on themselves. I ain't telling nothing. Mm-mm.
But
What
what
you
goes
saying?
on in Vegas stays in Vegas. Is supposed to be a real thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
But
the
some
truth.
folks don't know how to keep their mouth shut. You done put your whole self in a trick bag. Now you can't
Mm-hmm.
get on the Carnival cruise ship. Never no more.
Right.
For
Exactly.
life.
Exactly.
So there's that. And then, of course, for safety reasons and such, we've been on the cruise ship popping our fans and carrying on. And they have also banned handheld fans. So Carnival is on a banning spree right
Thank you.
now. People that messed everything up. You're not supposed to sneak liquor on anyway, but now they're really watching.
Thank you.
And the fans just went wild, and people were, getting
Right.
popped in the eye with them, and other
Mm-hmm.
things were going on about these fans. And somebody didn't want to pop their fan, and somebody flapped it in somebody else's face. And so, for those reasons, Carnival said no more handheld fans. There is a ban. So if you thought you was
That's
going
right.
on a cruise with your fan and do the fun line dance or trail ride dance or whichever way you want to call it, and you was gonna swing your fan in the process,
Mm-hmm. They said no boots on the ground, no boots on the ship. No boots on the ship. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're
they're not
not
doing
doing
it.
it.
So
No.
that where them fans at
At
home.
home. Woo, what you said, what you said.
No, no. And so, but they do have something cool coming out, and they finally have started. It's going to be starting in July 19th. They're going to have the ticketless excursions.
Okay.
Yeah, so now you'll be able to. It's going to start with what's going on in Celebration Key on their island in the Grand Bahamas,
Mm-hmm.
and so not only do you no longer need an actual ticket, you had to have that little paper ticket or something they could scan. You don't have to have that anymore. Also, you can now purchase on the ground
Oh, good.
your excursion tickets. So maybe you didn't get to purchase them on the ship before the day of or before you went. When you get to the destination, you can still purchase excursion tickets
Okay,
on
good.
shore. Yeah. And if you do set them up, your excursion up, you're going to have access to the details about the excursion in the Carnival Hub app, like all the
Mm-hmm.
other things you have going on.
Mm-hmm.
You'll now be able to see dates and time, the pickup location, the instructions, everything
Oh,
that
good.
normally, yeah, everything that normally would have been in that paper ticket
Mm-hmm.
voucher thing. Now it's
Yeah.
all going to be in the app. So, yet another reason for you to get your Wi Fi,
Yes.
the real one,
Yes.
when you get on the ship, because you're going to
Mm-hmm.
need it to be able to access all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, I did want to share that exciting piece of news with you. So, the
Cool.
tips are don't smuggle liquor, don't bring your handheld fans, and but still, even though you can now do the excursions on shore starting July 19th, I still need you to book your excursions in advance, please.
Wait. Listen, when you get on there and you looking and you everybody, and they got them listed by popularity
Mm-hmm.
and the reviews. Believe me, if it's 5 stars, it's very popular. It will sell out. So as soon as you book your cruise, book your excursions because
Yeah,
they
just
do sell out because they have limited space. You know, so book your excursions. And me personally, I like doing excursion every time I go. Every time I hit the ground, just about. I'm not one to hang out in the port. I like to go. I like to go do stuff. Um,
yes.
I know one reason why people try to smuggle the liquor on, especially on Carnival, because of the drink package. Because if one person wants the drink package, the other person or the other people, the other adults in that cabin have to purchase it. People move up in life. Let's try like Virgin voyages where you have a tab you get, and especially when you book with your travel advisor, your professional travel advisor, we hook you up on that drink tab. A lot of times they give us incentives to increase your drink tab, and I think like on Virgin you can get lit for about 250. Whereas, you know what I'm saying? Your drink tab be about 250, 300. You may not drink all of that because the difference, like your Carnival, your drink tab um is for alcohol, but you don't get sodas and coffee. You got to pay extra for that. That's another drink package. Whereas all of that, you already get sodas and stuff on a Virgin.
Right. And then Norwegian a lot of times has that
Mm-hmm.
five free thing, free
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, free drink package, free,
Mm-hmm.
a kid sales free type thing.
Yeah.
So I actually was talking to, I, I was training a colleague because for those of you who don't know, as ambassadors, that's what we do. We teach other travel agents how to run their businesses, how to book travel, how to work with the other vendors and suppliers. So I was training a colleague yesterday on a Carnival group product. And she was like, hey, so my cousin so and so, he likes to drink honey and he's going to get him a package. How do I add it on? So I told her about it, and I was telling her that the rate is based on the length of the cruise. So if
Mm-hmm.
it's like a 5 day, 3 to 5 day cruise, it might be $59.95 a day. If it's a 7 day, it might be $69.95 a
Mm-hmm.
day,
A
a
day
day
per person.
per person,
Mm-hmm.
21 and up in
Mm.
the cabin. She
Mm-hmm.
said, well, his wife, she don't really drink. She might drink a cola every now and then. She might, have a
Mm-hmm.
wine toast to drink, toast up like that, but she doesn't drink like that. I said, well, she gonna have to drink like that this time.
Yeah, buddy.
And
Yeah,
she
buddy.
said, well, what do you mean? I said, because everybody in the cabin has to get the drink package on Carnival. If you're 21 or older, if one of you gets it, everyone has to get it.
Right.
And 70 times 7 is 490 times 2
Two. Amen. Mm-hmm.
is 980.
Mm-hmm.
So that's $1,000
Worth of drinks.
for your cruise. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't speak for nobody else. I like a good cheers up, a good toast up, but I don't think I'm drinking $500 worth of alcohol
What you said. What you said.
on
And
one
especially,
cruise.
and if you getting off the ship, if you get off the ship, that's less time. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
a lot of times, like when you get off the ship and maybe you get something to eat out there or something, you might get a drink while you out there, because that doesn't apply to the shore.
right.
It's just when you own the ship. So you may want to think about that. But that's why, you should try different cruise lines do things differently. You know what I'm saying? And some
Mm-hmm.
may be a better value for you, you
Yeah.
know, when it comes to that.
It's the pick. It is the pick and choose, and
Hmm.
they have the pick and choose. They've got the alcohol. They've got the soda only. They've got,
Hmm. Hmm.
just get your cup and go to the fountain and get you some, get your water, get your lemonade, get your tea at the dining area where all the
Yes.
restaurants are, and keep it moving,
Hmm.
and go to the bar, order you a shot, charge it to your card, your
Your
cruise
sales,
line card, ship
yeah.
and sale
Hmm.
card, and keep it moving. But it just really depends on how much partying you plan to do. And there are people who say up front, I'm about to get litty, litty.
Yes. Yes.
And if that's you,
More power to you. But try something different sometime. Yeah.
try something different. And like, you know, Carnival is known for being affordable, fun, party, energy, good for groups of first time cruisers.
Hmm.
And then you got Royal, that's, they like to do, they're, a good family
Hmm.
dynamic, people who love adventure. They've got zip lining and surf stimulators and all these things on the cruise ship. And
Hmm.
then, Norwegian tries to be a little more chic, with they've got the
Hmm.
Haven Suite Club area, and, it's great. They've got more flexible dining. Um, Carnival still, you got to pick early, late,
Yeah. All of this
like
stuff.
that.
Hmm.
They got more flexible dining. Solo travelers really like Norwegian. Couples
Yeah.
always really enjoy
Hmm.
Norwegian. It's a little more chill, but not all the way. It's not all the way back chill. It's still fun, but it's not the fun ship
Right.
that Carnival is. Celebrity or princess. Celebrity giving you a glass of champagne when you get on the ship.
Right. It's a
Their
different
thing is
experience.
treating
Hmm.
you like a celebrity. So celebrity and princess, they kind of do a little grown sexy thing. Virgin is adults only. I don't have to tell you, that's all the way
That's where
grown.
I'm at. That's where I'm at. I don't. I still don't
That's
understand.
Scarlet Lady.
I don't know how I had kids. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway. Oh,
And they don't have buffets
that's true.
on
And
car
I'm gonna tell you
on Virgin.
who's bringing on the most cruise ships, the most brand new cruise ships. MSC.
MSC.
MSC is not playing. They are not playing, people. They are coming with the most cruise ships, and they are. When you're talking about affordable, yeah, Carnival can get pricey depending on what you want to do. Like we talking about with the drink package and different stuff like that.
Hmm.
But MSC has some really, really. They got some nice brand new ships, and they price good. They price good. So you may want to check that out. And I have quite a few families that I book on MSC. That's what
Hmm.
they've always done, or they may have started with another line and now they do all their family trips on MSC. So check them out because they're going to be at your same ports, Orlando, Miami, wherever you're leaving out of. MSC is there too, and they have some nice ships too.
Well, they actually are, one of their ships is going to be bigger than
Yes,
uh Royal's
bigger than
biggest
Royal. It
ship.
sure is. Sure is. MSC said we ain't playing. We ain't no punks.
They are coming with the boom.
Hmm.
And so, and they have some good itineraries too. Still
Yes, they
coming
do.
out of
Yes,
Miami and
they
other
do.
things like that. They've got some good itineraries. Actually, I do like MSC cruises, and we might have to take advantage of that October
But we're not
session.
going with them though. Anyway, inside joke, inside joke.
We
Um,
always have one, don't we?
yes, because we're not a member of the Mean Girls Club. So anyway,
We are not.
yeah. But if y'all want to go, y'all want to do a group cruise, holler at us. Let us know. We'll pick a cruise line, some dates, and we'll all go, and we'll just go have a have a good time.
Have a
Yeah.
good time. That's it. That's
Yes.
separate and aside from the
The Labor Day trip.
Super Bowl cruise.
Yes, and the Super Bowl cruise. Yes,
That's
we
separate and
stay
aside
gone.
from that. Now you know I
Yes,
love me some football and some sports.
yes.
So come on and go. I gotta put the link in the thing, but
Oh yeah, yeah,
come
yeah. We
on and go
will.
on that. That's in February. February the 7th. Super Bowl is on the 8th.
Okay.
Um, but I'm just saying, a good group cruise situation. The thing is, because people are like, oh, it's boring. Let me tell you, because I was talking to somebody, we were discussing cruise lengths,
Mm-hmm.
right? And somebody was like, I can't imagine going
Yes.
longer
Oh
than
yeah. Oh my God.
4 days, maybe 5 at the most. I hear you. But what happens, what I see people do on a cruise ship, they get caught up in, you got on, you waved goodbye from the port when you went away. Now you're at sea. You sat on your balcony. You wandered around the ship to discover things. You
Mm-hmm.
ate, ate, drank. Maybe you found the club, and then you waited for to dock so you could go ashore wherever your destination was.
Right.
But baby, they got the spa in there. When I tell
Mm-hmm.
you that massage
What
situation
you said.
is, they
Mm-hmm.
have events. They give you a schedule of all the things going on
All the
during the day,
shows.
and they
Mm-hmm.
have different times of day that everything is going. So the last cruise I was on, I did this thing. I went. I took the agenda that they had, and they have different restaurant, bars, things like that, the open area in the atrium where the musicians perform.
Mm-hmm.
So one area was salsa was going on, another they were doing some old school. I
Mm-hmm.
heard some Lionel Richie came out, you know, and so another one, the guy was playing some, relaxing classical music on the piano, real pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the agenda and I said, well, I'm about to go to say 8 concerts tonight. Watch this.
Amen.
And in every single venue that I went to on that ship, they had drinks, they had refreshments, they had snacks. I could eat, drink, sit, chill, enjoy the music, dance, did a little salsa, a little two step,
Amen.
and came on out of there. So there's different activities
Mm-hmm.
all along the way. It doesn't have to be boring. You
Right.
just have to pay attention to what all is happening on the ship. It's
Mm-hmm.
more to sitting on the Lido deck.
Amen.
I shot some hoops.
Yeah.
Oh man, the race cars
Mm-hmm.
and the water slide.
Yes.
The race is the race cars for me.
Amen.
But it's a lot more to do on the cruise ship. The comedy shows,
Oh yeah, I love
go
the
to
comedy
those.
shows. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some of the cruise lines have those Broadway type, Cirque du Soleil
Yeah.
type
Mm-hmm.
shows that they
Very
do.
good.
So those are the common ones, but it's a lot of other things that go on. They had some skincare classes in there, and I know you're on a cruise. What you doing skincare classes for? Because honey, when I tell you when they was through all the free stuff I got, and it
Amen.
was some good skincare stuff too.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot more to do on a cruise than just sit by the pool, eat and drink. So
Yes.
it's actually, it can take up your days. And then when you with the right people,
Yeah, you're having
man,
a
your
good
time
time.
go by like that anyway. Shoot.
Yeah, when Carla and I went on a cruise, we were in the piano bar that night,
Hmm.
and they were like, "Where you from? Say where you from," and all this and all that. So my name is Cinnamon. I'm a stripper from Bowling Green, and so this one little guy was sitting there, and he goes, "Yeah, and she's good. I've seen her. I've seen her." And I was
Really?
like, "He's one of my best paying customers. He's don't I shake it for you, baby." He was like, "Yes, yes. It was wonderful." I was like, "Oh, what is it?" But see, you can have your own fun. You be whoever you is. Just like Vegas, you can be whoever you want to be. But yeah, my name is Cinnamon. I have a shirt that got me, got a woman on the stripper pole, and it says Cinnamon on the back. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all not ready. We
Man, we
we gets down. We gets down.
we
Oh yeah.
did karaoke night one night. Oh my god. This song, smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes. Some BBD.
no, poison.
Yeah.
Poison came on. So we karaoke into Poison, and this whole dance routine that busted out. I didn't even know it was
Thank
gonna
you.
go that way. But when I tell you, we had so much fun,
Amen.
and everybody's just like, "You better do it." And somebody sang, and there's people that can sing to get up
Mm-hmm.
there and do their karaoke thing, and she sang, and that was cool. And I know people think karaoke is a little corny, but I'm here to tell you,
Oh, hey,
it's
you drink
fun.
enough is good. Anybody can sing. You drink enough. That's what I believe. I've never had a problem with it. But yeah, uh,
If you drink enough, everything is fun.
and I'm gonna break out my cinnamon shirt next week. I'm gonna break. I got it in the drawer. I
I
saw it
gotta
the other
see
day.
the cinnamon shirt.
Cinnamon. Yes, that's my
I have
name.
to see the cinnamon shirt.
That's right. Um. But
My
yeah, you
thing
can.
was, I was gonna be Jessica Rabbit.
Yes. Yes.
Because I was drawn this way. I'm not bad. I was just drawn this way.
I know that's right. Definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do. Don't let and if you've had a bad experience, like if you get tired of the kids running rampant, down the hallway and everything, try a different cruise line. Try going. I know a lot of people can only go during the summer, or you can only travel during certain months of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I always travel when the kids are in school. That way, even if I'm staying, like if I'm doing a cruise, or I'm staying in a family friendly resort and I'm not staying at an all inclusive, you have less kids there. If that's something that, bothers you. I always travel off season. I'm not going nowhere. Like right now, my favorite spot, Cancun, the sargassum, the seaweed,
Mm-hmm.
be out. But January, February, hardly ever see. December, January, February, you hardly see any. So just be cognizant of that, and you may just want to, if one thing didn't work for you, you may want to try a different line, and you may want to try a different time of the year, a different month to cruise or whatever. Everybody jacks those prices up for New Year's, first of the year. Christmas, New Year's, really from Thanksgiving on
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
And the prices are always higher. I understand we got a lot of teachers and different people who maybe you can only travel during that time, but just try it. I'm telling you, and there's a world of difference in just the prices alone when you go during off season.
Right. And then plus, just being mindful, just reminding you that those numbers, $700 per person, per cabin type thing. But just remember that that's that's an all inclusive situation.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Mm-hmm.
food is in there, your
Your
not your
basic drink.
alcoholic
Yeah,
beverages.
your basic
But
drink.
your
But you can bring your 12
basic
pack of
drinks
Coke.
are in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
your entertainment is in there. All
Mm-hmm.
these shows and everything we're talking about, all of that's already
Mm-hmm.
in there. The only thing extra you pay for is if you want an alcoholic package.
Right.
If you do go on an excursion, you go
Mm-hmm.
ashore, which we
Mm-hmm.
encourage you to do. It's so much to see, and it's so fun when
Yes.
if you do an excursion, or if you go to on some cruise ships, if you go to the signature or specialty restaurants,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then you'll pay them. But you
Yeah.
don't have to do any of that. I was on a cruise and they had the teriyaki takai, whatever that Japanese restaurant was, and I was like, what, that's kind of like to, what, nah, I'm gonna go over here, because they was giving me lobster tails and
Yeah.
and filet mignon and all that. So, and that
That's
was
good.
already part of what I spent. So it sounds like a lot. You pay your air when you get to the port. If you get a hotel before and or after, you pay for that. Otherwise, I mean, really, how many places can you go where you spend, let's say you and your friend, where you spend, let's just say on the low side, 2,500 on the low side, that you can go to the Bahamas, you can go to
So
a private
international.
island, you can
Yes.
for several days and just be
Mm-hmm.
waited on
Mm-hmm.
hand and foot
Thank you.
for that much money. If I said that it was 700 a person for a cabin, I'm saying 2,500. I'm telling you, your not just your cruise, but just your trip.
Mm-hmm. Your
Because
trip.
I booked
Exactly.
a trip to Jamaica in a minute, and it's certainly not going to stop at 2,500.
Right.
Not for two
And
people. Not for two people.
right, right. And the good thing is, you got the room stewards gonna clean your room every day, or if you don't want them in there every day, they ain't gotta come every day. But as opposed to an Airbnb, you ain't got no cleaning fee. You ain't gotta take the trash out. You ain't gotta wipe this down and do this and do that. You have people to do that, and so you are just truly on vacation. I don't like working vacations. I'm not gonna do all that work. I'm not gonna do all that. I just need you to check and make sure I'm still breathing. I just need you to put a mirror under my nose and just say, "Woo, she's still here." That's all I need you to do. I'm not finna do no work. I'm not finna. And as much as we travel,
Mhm.
as travel professionals, I still don't. I don't work. I don't work. I don't like to work. I'm not cleaning and thinking about this, that, and the third. I just want to go and just have fun.
I just want to wake up, take my shower bath, pick out what I'm going to wear,
That's it.
step out on my balcony and take a deep breath in and look at that ocean out there and that sunrise and all that and go, now let me see what I want to do today.
What do I want to do today?
What
What
they
do I
doing
want
on the
to do
ship? Where we
today?
at today? And
Yes.
go and just
Hmm.
mind my business. And
Yeah.
when I come back, like she said, room is ready to go. Champagne is in the bucket. Things like that. I don't like
I ain't got to
getting in
cook.
spots where there's, let's make sure they got a kitchen and a full kitchen.
What you
Why?
said? Oh, and
I'm
then we got
not
to go to the
cooking. We gotta
grocery
go to the
store.
grocery.
I'm not finna do that.
Not
I'm not
I,
looking
said
for
the
food.
fly.
I'm not on
No,
a scavenger hunt. I'm not finna do no food. I'm not finna do nothing. That's my definition of a vacation.
that's a break. If you're working,
Yes.
you're not vacationing.
Yes, definitely.
So I'm
All
all
right.
about the break.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. And when you are ready, give Leneva a call, give myself a call, whether you're cruising, you're a land person. For those of you who are scared of the cruise or you don't cruise well, the whole water thing don't work for you, try an all inclusive. All you gotta do is fly. Just
Flying.
fly, land, and it's the same thing. There's entertainment, there's all the food, all the drink, whatever it is you need. But there's plenty of look, get out and see the world. Because tomorrow is not promised.
It is not.
Yes.
Live your life one day at a time and live it like it's your last day.
That's it.
Before time.
Enjoy yourself.
Yes.
All right, we are rolling up. We just crossed 33 minutes. Again, our apologies for, and that's on me. That's on me. Uh, I'm telling you, y'all just don't know. But again, we will be back next Tuesday, closer to the 7 o'clock, 7 straight up time,
Yes.
with Tripping on Travel. Again, this is your travel ambassadors, Leneva Head and Rhonda House. Hit us up. Don't forget mylabordaytrip.com. Come on and go with us. But we'll catch y'all next Tuesday. Same time, same place. Now, let me see if I can end this stream. Lord, who knows? All right. We'll see y'all later.
Bye. Have a great week.
Yes. Bye.